you don't get a second chance or a first chance to play with my image or in my energy. It's almost seemed like there is a mechanism in the background that's been following me around, but my enemies were the ones that was conducting it. And as long as I didn't know what was going on, it's almost like as long as I didn't know, we got 444 on the clock. As long as I didn't know what was going on, they would, tend to things, or while somebody was sleeping is what I'm hearing. But it's like what I don't get about the mechanism. Do I have to learn how to maneuver it myself? It's like shaking off all the leaves off a tree or something and starting over or hoping to get a better, I don't know, harvest next time because you're aware now. It's like whatever this is, it doesn't leave me, right? I'm not really sure, but in the hands of the wrong people, it's like Skeletor or somebody that had a hold of whatever this is for the past 20 something years. Like, whatever. I don't know, but I don't know what's the point of it. I guess it was some kind of game. But I was thinking it's time for, we got all these other countries that were able to, their people were coming over here to make something. It's like, and then in the last couple of years, I feel like they just been sending the people that they don't want in their countries our way. It could be something where now it's our turn to send some people somewhere, especially these diaspora niggas. I don't understand. What? Okay, I don't know. Can you bring it in? It's probably Nene's. Um, Hold on. Because I feel like somebody is thinking like, oh, this person is gonna come in. I know that none of these people is coming to protect anything about, like, I'm not a fool. But they feel like they control the floor, so they're out there like, yeah, she think I'm coming. No, nobody thinks that. I don't even think that some of these people exist. I feel like they're in other countries or they're underground or something, and they don't need to be a part of our airwaves if we need that to conduct business. I just, there's something wrong like that. It's like some people is tucked away safe in a bomb shelter or something. They're trying to start some shit or whatever this is. You know, um, while they're hiding safely tucked away somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Kind of feels something like, it feels something like this. Because, what I said about them replacing family members with clones, it's to not cause, because if you see everybody moving, you know how it be, especially with so-called black people. You be at the club or something like this and everybody start running in one direction, you looking around, but you moving too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't waiting. Somebody start running, everybody start running. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they were doing that to some of us so that you won't be aware. People can laugh and mock like, oh, you was stupid. You thought you know everything. You didn't know that or something like this. Or it's like, I don't know. Because like say a woman is in a situation where she does depend on her spouse, but it gets abusive. And this is actual physical things that she can see and relate to. And then she starts stacking up her money and she dip off and leave. Now, but then I'm seeing something in the background where somebody just from the beginning was siphoning. They were building, I don't know, they were building some kind of way. It could be because of the connection to your lineage or whatever this is. If your family didn't like you or didn't want you to succeed too, say you're mixed but you're brown skin or you're different or something like this, and the person is light skin or Caucasian, and they just because after all these centuries, the family could have been all Caucasian, and now there's brown people, but they don't want this we're going to use that as a basic thing, but to get an understanding. But like everybody else had like one royal parent or something, and they got in or they married into the royal family, and you're somebody that has it in your bloodline or in your blood. It could be something silly like that, where I don't know. Because if somebody's building up, down, all around in the relationship behind your back, it still seems treasonous, like that you couldn't know, you know. So I think people, when they rally these people on, oh, somebody just mad because they don't know you moving on up, you doing this and you doing that. No, the purpose of the relationship or the marriage was to build together, not for somebody to build with all these other people and hide that. That's the same thing as an infidelity or an unclean woman or somebody that's a Jezebel or whatever type of, you know, these all these terms that they use in the Bible to say a cheating woman, right? But this also could be meaning women that came to America and married foreign women that came to America with an agenda. First, we have to put that and married people that are tied to American soil, and they knew what these American gods didn't know about the power that they hold. So they use our power as indigenous or autochthonous people, and then also their power from being foreign and knowing the secret of God's children. Instead of adding, they were just coming to add to that energy to be able to do something that would, I don't know, otherwise be looked at as like a scam or illegal. Like somebody's using maritime or admiralty laws or something where it's like, oh, if you got a good woman and you mess that up, well, the woman is coming here on my soil to cleave to me, to be able to, first, they have to do that to be able to be that abundant and build up, around, in, out, whatever this is. So we had to look at it like that. They like to say men and women, but in the back end, it seemed like they talking about foreign and autochthonous. Okay. And I'm gonna say autochthonous because that's the oldest that I could go back. The term for the oldest. Those are Americans to me. Right. And for the calling or the cause, they woke up today. They wasn't scamming people or trying to do whatever this is. They are, I don't know, they might be the ones that's blindfolded or left out of the information loop or something like this. Okay. And it's like, dude, how you gonna come cleave on somebody, have all the power, and then still be like talking shit? Like, I don't get it. It's like very ungrateful, or now they walking around with their nose tooted up in the air because they know something you don't know. So because of the connection, they were able to have avenues and access to intel and information that would have helped you build generational wealth if you knew about it. But they were building the generational wealth off up around you, and then they could just go back home with this generational. You didn't even never know that you was a wealthy person, because you would have to be foreign to tap into those accounts, which is kind of like, I don't know, treason from the government. You know, like who else? Or FICA court, the federal institution of whatever it is. It's either or. So if you don't want to have this foreign woman or this particular woman, all right. So this could be men and women that are Americans that face this challenge. They'll act all whatever. Like, these are the people that's watching us. These are the people that have their tentacles in us. These are the people that's spending the money. That's why I kind of feel like it's some of these people that's in the industry. That money or whatever this is that is supposed to be for you to share with someone. These people put a hook in the back of the person, the American person or seed or breed, and then built themselves up into stars or something like this. Because it was making me think about in the Bible when it says, and you had all these beautiful things, I draped you with these things and whatever like this, and then you did like this, and then I had to take them from you. Well, nobody ever draped me with anything. I've always been in a basic kind of, cheap clothes from just regular places or whatever like this, from the mall or, a website online or something. But I feel like this could be an instance if you didn't know that you were wealthy in that sense and somebody bound you to a star. They could have been living this lavish, walking around with these necklaces, all this shit or whatever, taking all these pictures and like flashing and stuff or whatever. And because they were connected to, some of these stars could have been connected to the Empress, their life as a star was a little bit more abundant. And now they're not walking around flossing like that no more, right? Because something is being taken away in a sense. I don't know. I'm just looking at something just like a little bit different here. because the two have something to do with the other. And then again, if these were people that was bound to stars and these people were famous, all the energy, all of the Americans with the money spending their check to buy the CDs and buy all this shit and go to the concerts and everything, you know, that is the attachment to the American seed that could have been supposedly the star, but somebody took your star and rose to fame, right? Okay. And so all the energy that's charged is charged towards this person. You understand? Is charged towards this person. And most time they might keep you silent, keep you little, keep you at home, keep you barefoot and pregnant or something like this. You didn't do that. So when you even try to fight against these people, not only are you fighting against all these other elements and cliques and shit like this, you're fighting, if they got fans and shit, you're fighting against that too. And if we're in a place where people don't believe in God anymore, or they're like, oh, where's your God, or whatever this is. Oh, look, God failed when God made you, or to try to make somebody feel self-conscious or whatever this is. Why did the person have to wait until the relationship, or until there was problems, or there was some type of storm over the relationship to realize these things? Somebody was hiding them all the time. So how could you even try to charge that person for doing what what they're created to do, or whatever this is? It's just the weirdest thing to me. But we're going to get into something here. I think I just want to do a random. So most people are not taught that terminology or to look at it that way. You understand? So, even if this was something cultural, you would not recognize the patterns because they're doing everything in secret. They're doing in secret societies, or behind your back, or under your nose, but behind your back. So it's something foreign to this country where you can't have several wives. So why would you ever have what? You should not have to worry about your husband. That's something that's limited. Now, somebody can be bold enough to do it, okay, and then get caught doing it and then go to jail. But most people is not going to be. That's not the first thing you waking up to say, hey, I wonder if my husband is in several marriages or something, because it would be illegal, right? So they would have had to dissolve some kind of infrastructure or construct that we had here already in order to improvise or create something that is foreign. Or see, so when it says that you'll go to a land and be in and nobody will speak your language, you could be in your own land. And these people, somebody let these people in with Deuteronomy 28 years ago. You see what I'm saying? And then these people, we're thinking Deuteronomy 28, oh, when this come, because most people that study the Bible, Hebrew Israelites and everybody else, they make the mistake of saying, yeah, back when, or like, oh no, we can't let them in, or like it's not like they looking at it like it's a ritual, like it's happening, like that, like over and over again, or they're looking at it like, yeah, back when they did that and they let those people in, this is when the sin started. But it could be actually now where there's a shift or something here, and this could be the same thing. You see, I'm just looking at it because people look at it maybe in the future in past tense. Most people don't bring most people don't bring it in and look at it in live real time, and associate the words to actually what's going on at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So again, and if elders were just letting you just for the fun of it, or just because they were freaky and wanted to see two people have sex, if they were just doing stuff out of like, I don't know, surface level things, bringing these people in. Okay, yeah, okay. This is making me think about elders and stuff like this. Like if a young king found, oh, okay, just go over there, please. Okay, when Catherine Medici was put in jail because they thought that she was trying to kill her son or something like this. Like it's something like that. But really, we could just be, there's a new cycle of people. These are plants. They're not your real family members. They're family plants. And they were formed by Africa or something else. They own the genetic reference. Because remember, a little while ago, they were saying about some of these DNA companies that was about to shut down. And then they was going to allow these people to sell the company along with the DNA database of like millions and millions of people all over the world, especially in America. So we could be dealing with something. They already bought that database, or they took it, or they stole it, or strong armed it. And now other nations are creating Americans in their own light and then sending them back in one by one. Somebody goes to the grocery store, you don't know that they got taken and something else was created and something else is coming back into your home. So it's kind of like an alien invasion, right? So it's not when people be like, "Girl, you just let that person." A lot of this stuff is not you not seeing it. That's the part of it not being televised, right? It almost seems like you just want to give up or say, "Oh my God, we can never do anything about this," or whatever. It almost seems, Bun, you have to get down, please. You have to get down. Um, this could also be like if the fountain was off for 7 years and people thought that they could replace the fountain by using anything or anybody, and they're finding out that that's how you created this. That's how you created this. What do you call it? Infection or whatever by being misled. Okay. Um, by being misled in some type of sense here. And then you can't blame it because you should have seen the patterns. So if these people were that smart, they should have seen the pattern. They should have knew, hey, we never had no problems like this in our friendship, or, I never had no problem with this, my daughter, or we never had no problems like this in our relationship. I think something is trying to get me to go off and do X, Y, Z. Like somebody could have failed they fell for a trap or something here. So you could be in your own land and people are speaking in a different, because they have a neurochip or because they're connected to something else here. Okay. Also, these people are so jealous of you never even got the floss in your energy knowing who you are fully. They knew who you were, but these people wanted to reproduce somebody and bring them back without all those elements, without all those gifts or something like this. Okay. These people wanted to play with genetics here. And try to weaken the genome or something of a certain group of individuals, okay, in order to gain this type of, popularity, stability, something like this. And then you got people that's only equipped to deal with the music industry and shit like this, that's handling genetics. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or people that's in the fashion industry only, like normally, they're double agents and they're dealing with genetics and they're dealing with God's children, or like nobody wants to drive this shit anymore. Nobody want to drive any of these different elements. You get what I'm saying? Because somebody wanted to mess something up. And I cannot state enough. It's like with the activists because our activist always comes out in reverse. But with the activist, this is like people that was like, oh, Black power, we tired of this, something like this. You had a decent life. You let these motherfuckers come up in here and amp you up. You know what I'm saying? You had a decent life. You knew you wasn't perfect in the relationship. Or if you was a male or a female or whatever, you knew that from the beginning you came in there to just keep this person blindfolded, not be with them. You knew. And then I think people was looking at records from behind the scenes. They got their fucking feelings hurt. And then they wanted to hurt you because their feelings was hurt. But my feelings should be hurt to know that you found out what I was and who I was before I did. And you played with that. Right? So it's supposed to make a person feel helpless or something like this. Like, I'm never going to get this back. Oh my God, I never even got to live and somebody took my livelihood or my life or something like this. I'm guessing that's how you're supposed to be freaking out. But again, if God is in you, you're not going to be moved in this season either. And I feel like this bothers these people even more. It's like you a bugaboo now because, okay, congratulations. You did those things or something like this. But somebody is still not moved. So it's something more than the money. It's something more than the fame. It's something more than the titles. It's something more than that. It's something else. You tried to change the genomes and somebody is still showing up in the same energy. So what's next? You understand what I'm saying? What's next? What is your real fucking problem? That's the problem. You get what I'm saying? Stop. Shit. Just go somewhere and sit down. So what is your real problem? Okay. And then for the people that's really about that life, that really want better for us, the future, our nation, or something like this, it's like, So now I feel like there's no rhyme or reason. Motherfuckers is just using military weapons to gang bang. It's something like gang members got a hold of military grade weapons. Something is like, yeah, something is different here. Okay. For people to be able to what? So we got pretty here with the greens. South Carolina. Somebody won't let somebody out the box to fight. Okay, that's the message. Okay, somebody could be trying to protect something or someone. I was also thinking like that's crazy because some of these people don't have the intellect to do so. But if they're using this mind manipulating games, you could be very intelligent, or these are things that you was doing in your sleep since a child, and they've had like took the top, like I'm seeing like the top slice of somebody's head, like their cranial, like open, and like the top surface level of something being taken, right, and given to another person, and then they're able to move about, right, and use your mind. So it's like that's dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like my mind would be, say I'm a hunter for animals or something. You and I'm the best hunter in the world, okay? And then you find out that I can hunt, but you, okay, but you go ahead and take my brain that's really good with hunting. It's mine. Stop! No, go over there and sit down. And you start hunting children, right? And then now I'm thinking like, damn, why did God, give me this brain if people gonna be able just to play with it? That's why I know that these are things that people will cry about it or something like this, but this is things that when people, like we read in the Bible, will have people being killed on sight. Because the longer you have that information, or the longer you have that, our enemies or foreigners in this land have that, which you fucking you screwed. It's just that's what I'm getting. I was just sitting there like, oh, I don't feel like doing no video, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me go back in, okay. And I could feel the people that made this mistake. We talked about this about 5 years ago, probably on this channel. And people were thinking that I was going to be talking about like, okay, only the part of like, y'all dealing with these cartel people. You don't know these motherfuckers for real. In the gruesome things like getting your neck slit or your whole family, or those part like overdose, like the disgusting parts like that. But it could also be those little minute or minor things. Because you're supposed to be the protectors. No wonder why people don't care about children no more. No wonder why people don't talk about children. It's all about exploiting them or making them into little stars on YouTube. Or, nobody's talking about the caring. You don't see the caring aspect, or people just prepping their children to look perfect. But there's no real basis to family or something like this. And you think about it, that's kind of like foreign. It's not America's way. So there's have to be people from other places that always want to look American, but they don't carry any of the other. They don't carry any of the other traits that are built in because of what we've gone through, no matter who you are or what color you are on this soil. That part is not there. Okay? It's just not. And this is why, again, we worry about these places or whatever like this, but some of these countries and some of these things these people are cursed in this manner because of their behaviors. And you just let them in and convince you that it was something so wrong with your place, right? Okay? And now something is like compromised, okay? It's like, let's do this and don't tell your mama or something like this. But then, one of them kids that get in a situation like that, and then they got to like, Mom, I don't know what to do. I got into this. You know what I'm saying? They told me whatever. I got into it. And somebody may not know how to approach the situation here. Okay? Also, it's almost like if somebody else was in charge of something, it's like somebody's being moved out or somebody's sneaking away, and then they want to have you in charge. But if somebody think that even a child on this earth, if you're going to try to stop me from this calling by placing a child, or if they think that they're going to do something to a child and have me stuck with some babies or something, you better find somebody else. Because my mind ain't even thinking on that level right now. It's just not. Just sound like a hater or something like this. that they couldn't stand the fact that somebody was going to be freed from, some kind of persecution or some type of binding that they didn't even ask for, or they didn't do anything to deserve. Like, long enough, some people thinking that that's what they think, but it really don't matter what these people think. You're not the fucking one in charge. We obviously see that because you don't know what you're doing. You knew what you were doing to a certain extent. But you don't know what you're doing. These are people that make it easy to tear something down because they didn't have no parts in building it, but they don't know how to do nothing to build something up. So yeah, okay. People got, even without healing, even if this was black people or something like this, oh, you got what you want. You hated the government so much, allegedly. But then now what's governing, now what's protecting, now what's doing something. Like, even if it was a dopest plan you thought you had, like, now what? And so we talked about this is what was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast. And we can't even see it, but I could feel it. I could feel it. Like, I don't have to see it. So this proves that, yeah, you think that we're blind or something like this, but no, some of us are still going by faith, not sight. Were you? Were you listening to God, or were you listening to a robot? Or what were you listening to? Okay. With all that advancement and all those things you were able to break and mangle and turn, or whatever this is. You see? Out of all those things. And I was saying with these guys or whatever, like, I can't even see you. So how you gonna make me jealous by using a cousin or something like this, or another person or a friend or something to bed? That just proves that you never really wanted that or this in the first place. You never wanted this in the first place, so it still makes the person right. Because I told you somebody was going to punch until you say enough, and then say, see how this person is, see how mad they is, see how they is, or something like this. See how mad this person is, see how angry. Oh yeah, I don't want this bitch. No, you was already working with those people that you think you've gone off into the sunset in these unions and these marriages with. You was already dealing with them to steal from the queen or the empress because you was mad. Because you not that. And no matter what you're doing, you're just never going to be that. And the bitch that you with ain't never going to be that. And that's just that. That's like somebody take your whole guts and your inside out and put it inside their body. If somebody take your brain out, they still not going to be you entirely. But I feel like some of these people do have, Yanni, they have the scientific something to do so. They like you duplicated me. You actually get to be with me with another bitch that wanted to be me inside of me. What is fucking wrong with you? Can't you just take no for an answer? Like, can't you just take no for an answer? No, you can't do that. You cannot use my image. You get what I'm saying? Hell no. Yeah, see, focus on the here and now. It's something about people using the Bible and like these things to try to like add 30 years, take away 30 years, move something. No, you got to be able to, 90% of the people, 90 something percent of the people, 95% of the people don't know how to read the Bible. They don't know how to, and doesn't matter what you say about it, it's going on. It doesn't, you don't know how to, it's what's going, it's in the air. It's what's going on. You can move to modern Egyptology, whatever. It's still biblical. It's still, you can find that in there too. It's still going on. Mm. Mm. So, but again, somebody could have been telling, it's very specific. Somebody could have been telling like, oh, that person, that's nonsense what that person is saying. But Yanni, something got to be going on with the past 2 days because they keep on trying to drop children off to me. I'm not that D baby that just babysit. They got to be doing something here to try to keep me dealing with the children. And I feel like I'm being compelled to get these messages out. Like, again, it's almost like also to be alone, okay, in the world. And that's why I said somebody they're so afraid of me just getting an apartment or something like this and recuperating and taking myself out of whatever this element is that I've been put in, that I just realized that I'm in. Because it's a part that's still going on in the world. But I feel like we're dealing with source. It can, somebody is still here to be a conduit. They're just trying to bury the person so much so they can't ground themselves, center themselves, and then start navigating. They need me to be in chaos. So it ain't even so say I'm a billionaire or a trillionaire. These motherfuckers don't even want me to be a thousandaire. So I could just go and pay my rent or something like this for 5 years or 2 years and get me a part. Like, and I told you, these are people that look like you, most of them. You see what I'm saying? Somebody wants somebody to stay, so because they was back in the background with these people. Now they realize something. Now they want to double back. And I don't want that ever. So I don't know what you could be. You can't be the nigga that's standing next to me. You can't be the nigga that I trust with my life ever again. And it just might be at this time because I have to be on guard. It's a no. It's an absolutely fucking not. That's a command, bitch. Cut that shit right now. Yeah, see, trust it. Because I'm telling you, this person cannot be trusted. Whoever this Billy person is, they cannot be trusted. This could be a younger version of this person or one of their sons. What did we say earlier? And we cut the deck right on the shit right here. You cannot. The Fitzgeralds are out of the whole thing. These are not the real. I don't think that these are the real Brutons. I think that they have been cleaving onto this family tree for a long time, and it's a no. You might even be able to look back in vintage footage and see some of these people that look like them, but they had already started taking in the family line. So the fact that my boyfriend had a best friend with that last name, this is deeper than that. So these people could still talk and joke and be on the phone. You could probably still, but just know that there's no binding. There's no, absolutely not. It's not. No. And that's what I told y'all earlier. I said, this person is saying that, but this person have tried to win. They was busy telling this person to go fuck on other girls or something. Because they do want me. They have, it's like having a little relic from stealing, like vampires stealing the whole bloodline. So I'm supposed to be the relic. So it's like, trust me, da-da-da-da. And I said, no, you can't trust this person. You can't trust this person. And then this is the first thing that it cut on. It's not my boss. We also got with that Billy Boss Nova, it's a boss in reverse. This is not the boss. This person can't be trusted. These could be people that told people, hey, just go on. I'm going to take care. I've been fighting for 5 years to be with this person or to have your wife or whatever. It's like, no, the fuck you not, nigga. When they see you, it's going to be on site. Yeah, with this beyond the veil, this is a snake talker. This person got 2 tongues. I feel like this could be the child. Also, this could be somebody connected to this. I think Sophia is that person that claimed that they stole the Matrix, Yanni. That they stole the Matrix storyline from her, but this person don't want them to know that this person's, if this is this West person, you don't want them to know that you stole that shit from me though, as a child. That's what you don't want them to know. With this beyond the veil energy, and that because these people were already latched on to the bloodline, stealing from the bloodline, or trying to infiltrate the bloodline with the passion fruit. And that you connected to them. Or these are the people that took a child from me or something. They had something to do with a child being taken. Yeah, from the Ace of Pentacles. So these are the Fitzgeralds, and this is just beyond the veil. This could be the Sierra energy. This could be Sierra's car. Get out. What are you doing? This could be Sierra's vehicle. Because I told you these people got vehicles. Regular women that may be in like listen, get what I'm saying. This like people that got so much money or something like this in the background, or they'd made something so affordable. It's almost like the Jews, what they talk about in the Tanakh, I think. Okay. 3 years old that you could molest a child. That means you could start stealing from a child's database of the gifts and stuff that God is putting up for this child when they grow up. But it says that you could marry a 3-year-old. Why would you want to do that? It's because of the finances. That the person never have to see this child ever. You see? It's about the money. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's about the money. It's about the money. Look, we got rip, actual, I mean, we got unexpected money, and we got actual money. Somebody wanted, this person want to be somebody. You see how she look old and look young? Like Krishan? This person look old and look young. So we got unexpected money and actual money in reverse. I'm telling you, this is a person. Somebody might be about to die here. Somebody might be about to be ended. Like they're going to be unplugged from the server. Like this person about to wake up tomorrow. They're not going to have no gifts. They're not going to be able to go on here. You know, this is what should happen to these people in case you didn't know. Turn that down. Because as long as they're hooked up to, as long as their brains are hooked up to the collective wire, they're still, it's like a cyber gang. You get what I'm saying? It's like a cyber gang. These are not somebody's family. There's no third party situation with these regal families that created these bloodlines with these riches or whatever like this. Like no damn Rothschild. These people or the royals that was meticulously put in there. Nobody's doing that. That weakens something. And with ailments happening to people when you do incest, incestual energy could also be marrying people that's in your same tax bracket, or that might ruin something because it doesn't balance out with, you know, the rich and the poor, or having a, you know, a good balance or something like this. Or incestual energy, we always talk about this on this channel too. It can be marrying other companies that are in trucking, like two of the biggest trucking companies in the world, their children marrying each other, and then they start doing something else with these trucks. You see what I'm saying? If this is Intel, if this is cloning, two people that families are into cloning, getting married, and then empowering themselves that way. And then now we have everybody that's being cloned. And somebody swear up and down, oh, somebody is the highest in the room. But the person that you talking about is bound to America's database. And that means that this person need to be removed. So people with money, we'll just say money in general, they have purchased other people or created clones where they can put them in the projects or a low price something. If they can get them in the projects, is best. But if they can get them in an apartment for like $1,000 a month, give them this much money a month, and then allow these dolls or whatever, and allow them to just live it out and just don't worry about nothing else that's going on around you. Da 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 da. You can't play no motherfucking real emperor like that. They will just go without and then empower themselves in another way to be so mighty that you're not going to be able to fucking touch this person once they get back on their feet. And they're not going to owe nothing. Somebody went and thought that they pulled the plug on this, but all this stuff is already printed out in the database. You're not controlling anything. You're just giving people premeditated or pre-printed information. And you know what's coming in the end. So, you know what's coming in the end? Somebody thinks that you fail for this shit. That, oh, I'm about to be like this. I'm about to be. And then they say, oh, psych, I was just playing. And then now you see. So something just happened within the past 3 hours. There's some people that came in, flew over, something like this. A decision was being made. And somebody think like, baby, for real, I promise you. And they know they didn't come to me directly like that, because I would have said, no, fuck you. So they just acted like that's the answer that they got. You see what I'm saying? They acted like this is the answer that they got so they can act like they played somebody, and you about to play your fucking self, man. You about to play yourself. You know how many niggas in the world? It's 2025. I don't give a fuck if the Bible said if my husband died, bitch, I'm not going with none of his brothers. I'm not the one that's supposed to be listening. The 10 Commandments ain't for me. They could be fearing the day that somebody go ahead and make their first kill or go off and snap or something like this. They're waiting. I feel like they could have a special unit, because we talked about that too. These people was going to be able to smash and grab and do all this shit. But when God's children stood up, they was going to have something ready for us. They have chips with our names on it. So as soon as we do one little thing, if you take a piece of candy from the store, they're gonna be on your ass and try to get you in jail because they mad because they didn't get you. They mad because they didn't fool you with some kind of stupid contract or something like this. So now all eyes is on them, on us, or whatever, like this, to get us so mad when when these people are now settling down, and it'll be like your husband coming out the door. It's like somebody made a decision right now, right? And then you wake up, it'll be some crazy shit like you wake up tomorrow and everything out of your house is just a mattress in your house, and your husband and a new bitch is in the house next door to you, and they waving to you when they get their newspaper, and you're like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, yeah, so just start all over right there. We want to see you. We want to live right next to you and see you struggle. And it's like, bitch, you're going to die. They're going to blow your head right the fuck off the gasket. Whoever they is getting prepared. This is what but they want to say, you were stupid. I fooled you. You stayed with me. No, I'm staying where it's food and shelter until I get my marching orders. And it probably ain't going to be coming from you. Okay? So I don't know what these people, these could be like little parties where, people was drunk and stuff like this, got poked in the booty, and now they know that they beneath another nigga or something like this. And now, bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I wasn't at that party. I don't fucks with y'all like that. I wasn't at that party. You can figure out what y'all gonna do with bitches at that party, bitch. It's not me. These people are gonna be the ones that can't buy or sell. It would be smart to also even cancel Bitcoin, fuck up crypto, and make this shit illegal in America. Y'all could take the other money. Just give me all the money. Give me all the dollars. Give me all the dollars and let these niggas stay on Bitcoin. Maybe we could get something back in order and keep it monitored heavily. And stop niggas from being able to spend money, and just let only me and whoever's going to be rising to the top with me spend the money. And these people will have to, and everybody in this country will have to be on Bitcoin, and they have to be monitored heavily. And you can only have a certain amount. That means that most high being brought down to the most low, because you couldn't stand to see somebody make it. They forgot where they came from. A great grandfather 3 centuries ago or 3 decades ago creating some business, and they built generational wealth or something like this, and that grandfather had to leave high school or was illiterate, and now they got own this big company and shit like that. You forgot where you came from. That you were so sick to see somebody come up that didn't have to do all that in order to do so. It was because God said. And so, you know what? Yeah, we got ghost here. Somebody could have thought that they was going to have somebody with this ghost energy. And this ghost energy, but the bitch that they chose over somebody is filthy. They got a filthy mind. They might keep their body real nice, clothes real nice, but the inside of their body is disgusting. That's those cups that the Bible is talking about. Yeah, we got the house in reverse. See, somebody was trying to get a person to come. But anybody that's basing our existence off of these cards, yeah, you could have a conversation with me and I'll tell you the same thing. And you could maybe take that seriously. But anybody that's coming to see a tarot reading to see what they should go do next, you need help. The truth is in here in my shit, but you see what I'm saying? The truth is in my stuff, but do you see what I'm saying? Are you crazy? Just because I do doesn't mean that these people. No, this should not be taken seriously unless this is your second witness to something. Meaning you already seen it, you already know it, you already feel it, you already witnessed it, and somebody did a reading and said boom, and it clicked right in your brain like, yeah. She was telling me that story last night, but I knew something was left out, and that's what the fuck it was, because that's exactly what I was thinking. And again, just because somebody is a royal or a queen or a high honor or high brow doesn't mean that they can't have this gift. But I feel like somebody wanted to keep a person like struggling and using cards and call them a gypsy. You see what I'm saying? You done fucked up. You done fucked up. We got the lighthouse sticking out here. Yeah, combination. Somebody is trying to do something like combine something so be another person or something like this. It's like, no, the fuck you not. The snake. So we could be identifying a snake. A snake in the grass. You couldn't convince me. And again, what about the people that ain't even aware that their partner already died? And you've been letting somebody slip up in their house and have sex with them or something, or take the keys. You couldn't have been that fucking bothered. Like I said, if these people went into our records or sacred files or classified records or files or something like this, you couldn't have been that mad. Because some of these men have been making money off their wives, just like that man. Well, I don't think it was him. I think it was the lady. I think he went to jail for it because they were trying to clear out the men that had still kept the faith of the real living Christ. So they put them in jail or they set them up, but it was these women or these mothers of these men that's so jealous and hateful. These could be women that's a little bit older than me. That if when I was a teenager, I was a muse and like the best muse to their spouses in the back, off in the cut or in the darkness, right? It don't have nothing to do with me, right? A muse is really something that you look at from a distance or something. It helps you sing, write a music or do a painting or inspire you to do something. It's really something you don't touch, maybe. Okay? Like Eartha Kitt said, the men that did something for her life, most of these men are people that haven't even touched her. That's a muse. She could have been a muse for people here. So if these people had neurochips, say our parents had neurochips, that's why they were so gossipy and always on the phone, got that long phone cord, walking around the house talking all that shit, because they had neurochips. So let's say they can't see nothing. They can't see. They got to use me as a battery pack to plug in. The gale force winds, they got to take the force and the power away from me in order to give it to this gale force energy so this person could go off and rip and run and even turn it around and try to use it on me. It's not that person's energy. That's energy that's already from like a God source or a God energy, right? Their problem was blocking us from these gifts or something like this here. All right? So I don't fit into nobody's making no fucking decisions for me. You better place down your burdens, which is that money and shit that you stole, and get your ass out the way. The fuck? You talk to them people or whatever it is like that, bitch. I'm not a people. We got the fairy of the divine hand, and it came out here sideways. All right. So let's see about this focus on the here and now. Because an opportunity has passed. But think about this. If these are the entities that come here to take over America or take over and do all this shit, they could have stole a lot of stuff and everything, these pirate energies. But these are like fly-by-night pirates or fake Jesus, like a thief in the night. Just imagine these people were able to obtain something, but you're the thing that's left on the planet that they may not fear, they may not nothing, but they didn't defeat. They didn't defeat it. You understand? But people didn't want to listen. They want to talk about the Epstein files. Okay. A person knows that if some money fell out the sky and fell in your lap, that your ass would be gone today. You're a creep. Somebody's a creep, whoever this is trying to hold somebody back. Because I think that somebody they want to make it like a star. There's also celebrities that feel like they got ripped out. I was watching something earlier about a celebrity, like I think it was the girl that played Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz. It was like, by time she was 16, they made her sign all these contracts, all these other things or whatever. And it's like, what if these are the things that these people were doing to us in the dark? You never signed a contract, but these people were doing this and they were making money off of you in the back end the whole time. Even when we talk about a mortgage, because I was hearing that somebody could be listing a person as a mortgage. Like a mortgage just means death. You understand? Or like the back end of things, when it comes to, cars and shit like this and buying cars or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So somebody was doing something with the back end of your energy, riding your back or riding my back. And it's like, where's the money? It's not like you was like, I want to go to Hollywood and be a star. And you went to Hollywood, put your backpack on. The story that these people told, they lied. Most of these people got this particular calling right out of they could have, right? They could have got this calling by being targeted in this sense and giving in to whatever the entity is. So they were weaker than you or me at some point in time. And then now, since they've gotten the hang of something, they're using that to harm or weaken other people because they want them to feel that you need to go get help and you don't need to be in those positions. It's just been proven right there. You don't need to go see a $3,000 a hour psychiatrist or any. I just told you. Anybody that got into a position or something and they know how it felt for, and you thought that it was your job to play God and say, I'm going to do this to this person. When you was famous or you was rich or you had all this money or you had all these opportunities and this person never got one opportunity. They never had a chance to get one opportunity. People had to sneak opportunities on this person's back that they didn't even choose. And guess what? When they allotted you to say, hey, we already got these naked pictures, you might as well sign off on it and then do what we say and make money or something, you still chose it. But oh, may help. Oh, God, help me. Oh, yes, because you still chose it. So every time when you click, 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 and you was making that money and you was feeling good, so you could have got tricked into it, but you wasn't tricked to stay in it. It was the money, the fame, the attention, and all these things that made you say, I might as well. We not the same. We not the same. So I'm going to keep on saying things that's going to offend you or something like this. And guess what? In the end, God is going to win anyways. You're not. So I know what you're doing, trying to make me mad and say things because, oh, somebody was just about to sign off on them. You're going to sign off on them or you're going to get your fucking brains blown out. I said blame. You're going to sign off on them or you're going to feel the wrath. Point blank, period. 8 of Wands. So it's different, okay? Those of you that keep the faith and you still ain't signed off on nothing. They mad. They mad. They mad because they can't never go back to that point when they made those decisions and change it. Ah. You know, you could have been happy and helped somebody else avoid that, but you wanted to make somebody else run up into that same situation. And that's what separates me from you. Okay? And it always will. No, because when I get my shit up, when I get my money right, you're going to be sorry that you did what the fuck you did and you didn't put it back where you were supposed to put it. We got lots of zits. Okay, we got breaking out in a song loudly. I don't know. I pulled these cards out because I wanted to kind of use these. I hadn't used these in a minute, and I thought they was kind of cute. We got skateboard road rash. Why the hell you gotta make things so complicated? Acting like makes me frustrated. We got roasting marshmallows. Hold on, I'm gonna get 2 more, I think. Needing privacy. Yeah, somebody could be trying to evade somebody's privacy because that could make somebody go crazy. People getting paid for views and paid to promote themselves and do all these things, and somebody trying to make you the lowest of the low. But guess what? You the lowest of the low to try to think that in 2025 you said you was mad about slavery, but you trying to make somebody go through slavery because of something that they was given as a birthright. They haven't even been blessed with it yet. They haven't even had a chance to drive the steering wheel. If you was really that big and bad, you would have went for the people that did drive the steering wheel. Why are you going for the little baby people that's just now gaining their little steps and learning anything about the real life after thinking that they was in real life for 30, 40, 50 years? Why are you going after them? Why didn't you go after the big handlers and all the things that had their hands on the situation that happened with you? Okay. So again, they say the ones that want to be the most high are going to be the most low, and that's the lowest of the low, because you can't never make a true son of God feel lower than any motherfucking thing, what they already are. You see what I'm saying? Being who you are. Yeah. We got grown-ups. Grown-ups come back. But somebody is not grown-ups. Grown-ups come back to you. These are not grown-ups. I don't know what these are. Could be childish people. Oh, I dropped one, so that's a sign to stop. So there's childish people up here. So they want to keep the cameras rolling in your house and keep talking shit about you when they done made it to the top. Oh, Lord. But it could be a very degrading and a very sad, it could be a frustrating thing if you can't just go up and take the camera down and knock it down or go get rid of these people or something like this. They want to keep watching, though. So you're giving them something. All right. Maybe they don't have anything without you. Okay. Yeah, we got rising stars in reverse here. All right. And these people are not single, successful, or anything. They're just fought their way or killed their way to the top. I mean, how you gonna get mad at the truth? I'm just not afraid to try to say as much as possible who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, to whoever want to listen. These people is in a dark room talking about, did you see that, what she said? Or they're making videos or paying people to argue you, to start a YouTube channel and talk about stuff that only you know that they're talking about you. But they're not going to use your name, and they're not going to talk directly about you. They're not going to shout out your channel. Oh, they want to so bad. Oh, it's so many people that want to say somebody's channel name, but they know as soon as somebody slip up and say your name, that it's a done motherfucking deal. It's a done deal. They know, but you can't even charge. The real spell work can't even work because you don't say the person's name. Dummy. Just see people as crazy, girl. These people is crazy. The intellect. It may be, look, somebody pinching somebody's third eye out. This kind of look like somebody's nutsack. Somebody could be sad here. Ghost energy in reverse. That's like children going against their mom, the womb that you passed through this earth in. Because some dude, even if it was your dad, dude, that shit is foul. But we don't know the storyline of these children. I'm kind of giving them a pass, but not for long. Okay. We don't know what happened to these children. Some of these people could have been taken and been treated like kings and queens in other countries. I don't know. It wasn't, but they just still decided to come back and learn what they learned from there and steal from their parent that they left behind. So they don't get that much of a pass. All right, 8 of Wands. But again, whatever we're talking about, even if we go to the past, it is about the here and now because today is Judgment Day. These are the days of judgment. So it is. Okay. And then we have this energy here with the 8 of Wands, and then we have Temperance here. The honeycomb energy. Let me see. It's like, what do you got? I don't even want to know. It's like, what do you think you got that you still... Once you still over here trying to look at something what I'm doing, dude, you already just gave yourself away, man. You already just gave yourself away. We got the Wheel of Fortune here with the Sun. Okay. We have a Tower. Okay. Somebody could have did something with a union in reverse or a contract. Now they about the Tower. Somebody might have to go out in the cold. A person is very disturbed about this. Somebody could be crying their eyes out right now. And somebody's protecting this or hiding this. Somebody could have went somewhere where they have to let it all out. Because they know what they did here. They traded on somebody or something like this. So somebody could be getting paid to protect some. It's kind of giving me like Freddy Krueger. Joe, can you turn the heat? It's hot now. I've been saying it's cold. It's hot now. But with Freddy Krueger energy, remember when they had to take turns to watch each other when they went to sleep? This could also be like a Thoth energy where somebody damaged a whole bunch of different Thoth energies and turned them into like creatures like Freddy Krueger, this, and that or something. But like, like discompartmentalizing someone instead of them being other people. I don't know what I'm getting with that. I don't know. But the whole thing is somebody is scooting out the door because they feel humiliated, but they feel like they're the winner because they took material gain or things away from a person. If that. Somebody is so childish. Like, I wish somebody would. I wish I would be burning in a car or something. And somebody like, okay. And the fire is burning the fuck out of me. And somebody is standing there that could just bust open the door right then. And they like, are you gonna date me? Are you gonna go out with me? Are you gonna promise to be with me? Only way I'm opening up this door is if you promise to be with me. Because as soon as I gain functioning of my functioning functionalities, I'm about to stab your ass to death. And it's kind of an oxymoron because you saved me a little bit. Mm, 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 mm. It's like as soon as I get that strength back. So again, somebody could be a son of David here, okay? Um, and they may be able to receive this stuff, but I guess these people wanted to be out the way first because if you're doing something and they're doing something and you're actually in an equal playing field, you're gonna outshine this person. If they weren't trying to constrain somebody or chain them down, you would already have beat this person. So this person really did. Everybody could even see this. Everybody can already see this if it was a competition. But with the sons of David, it's not even really supposed to be a competition. And who cares if somebody don't like that? If I'm one, you're not gonna defute it. Okay, refute it. I don't know about if you're one. You understand? Um, it's like these people shouldn't have the authority to fly through here anymore after this little stunt that they pulled by trying to skip somebody, skip me in succession, and then bring my children into something without my permission. It's like some people could have lost their means of traveling through here anymore. Thinking you slick. And it ain't even a jealous thing. It's just like you disgust me. Being sneaky. Yeah, these people is not getting a victory here. Something could be coming, all right. I don't know. Maybe something's coming to get someone, but it's not a victory. Even if they're telling you, oh, go to the lake or go overseas or go to another country, go somewhere, you're not going to get the victory there. Somebody's being sneaky. They already snuck away with something. And people watch too, and they didn't say nothing. So you might need all new guards, all new people on your team. You might need all new people like in the government or something like this. But again, it'd be scary because everybody could be compromised. So we might be about to live in a season where this Shiloh energy is the all power. I don't know why people would have to watch this person get into position or if they're ever going to be getting into position, but it's something that's radiating from the person, I feel. Not really a place. Yeah. You can see these people spying on somebody, okay, and sneaking, letting people sneak off with things that didn't get the victory. This is like allowing somebody else to go in somebody's bank account and take money out. You didn't get the money, you didn't win, you didn't do something, okay? And somebody is still allowing this person to walk away with whatever this is here. They watch these people, and now we got the Queen of Swords. You could just be sitting there listening, paying attention, picking up the motion here. If somebody's trying to block you from a certain frequency and you caught something, or I caught something, something that came up. This could be something that came up from the down in the deep. Okay, something came up down in the deep. See, they're mad because maybe their children they got catered to when they went through these things. They might not even be the family members, but I'm making noise because this would be a Christ energy, or this would be the person that came to do this. The reason why you didn't let your children do it because they were not the ones, but you made sure that they benefited. And so I'm going to make sure they pay for it. I'm going to make sure that they die for it. Yeah, somebody wants a truce, but there's no truce. There's no truce. Somebody could have been laid to rest. You could have lost. I could have lost a son. You could have lost a son. This could be somebody that was special to somebody here. King of Pentacles is in reverse. They broke. Somebody not happy in a situation. Stars are falling, or a star or Aquarius is in reverse for doing dark magic. The dark magic that they putting on somebody is not even affecting this person. Okay. This is what's being seen here. All right, by a Hierophant in reverse. They could have trusted this Aquarius. So this could be somebody's best friend and boyfriend, or spouse and best friend. They decided to, you know, get revenge or whatever this is here, or revenge porn or something like this. All right. This is not an illusion. Maybe these two people could have even lost their fucking life. Okay. I don't know. Or they're going to. King of Swords. Somebody's cutting the illusions here. It's like, cut it. We got somebody named Ant or Anthony in reverse. We got Moon. This could be somebody that uses like Moon something in their name or in their handle. All right. We got somebody named Star in reverse. Like something is getting shut down in a sense here. Two of Cups. King of Swords energy. Could be watching. There could be a marriage or a wedding or something going on. Or somebody trying to be sneaky and perform a marriage and not televise it. But we got somebody should not be doing that. They're going to regret it. This could also end in a death. Or it's going to end in a death. That's for sure. It's going to end in a death here. Somebody might even strip this child out of somebody's stomach and steal it and try to take it somewhere else. Or put it in somebody's mother or something like this. I don't know if somebody's offering themselves up to something. Somebody could have gave away this child to give to this mother and then go off and be in some marriage or something. Or they knew, all right, that it's the end for them. And then, but we got somebody is being protected here with this world card energy. And the King of Wands don't like that. There we go with that 10 energy here. He's trying to go through the barriers here and bring this wand and do something to this person. It's not the Ace of Wands because you don't have the power and authority to do so. But this is the King of Wands at least. And like, what kind of man gonna keep on continue go and do something in the dark to a woman or something like this and it ain't even afflicting her? And you keep on doing something and you want to get respect for that? I don't know who this is. Or this could be somebody waiting to try to have sex. This could be somebody that could have had sex with some Ace of Wands could have came in and tried to break the barrier and get with this person. Now they're bringing the King of Wands in. I don't know. Okay. They're bringing a king, like father, like son. We got justice. Because somebody's not a prisoner. Or something. They're not of the underworld. And so these people are going to have to pay for whatever this is that they're doing. All right. You're going to have to pay for that for sure. Justice is about to be served here. All right. Because this is the Most High here. All right. And then whatever these people thought, but somebody think that they're about to block it. They don't want to give this because you didn't want to be with this person. Somebody childish. You don't want to be with this person, so they don't want to give you something. So again, all these people are going to be getting removed from their status or whatever this is. Yeah, 3 of Swords in reverse. I'm getting that it's all love, but a person to keep on trying to put this High Priestess or this Beauty 9419 above Jesus. 3 of Swords. Because I feel like this person want to be in a relationship with Jesus. It's like, what's going on here? But you was a part of these people that was draining me of my energy or draining these children of mine or something like this. Or these people like us, you was draining us of our energy for all this time. Could be with Islam. Yep. Or like this person feel down or they feel humiliated or something like this. But you got this person taking something from the Ace of Cups to bring it over to this person. This could be even somebody taking something from my Ace of Cups and bringing it over here to me to say, hey, did you know about this? Did you know about that or something? And to be honest with you, I'm not looking at any of the political stunt media. It don't matter. It's all a stunt. So somebody could have took something from my Ace of Cups, brought it back here to this person, and then had this person have an intellectual conversation with me as if they came up with that shit out of nowhere and they took it from this Ace of Cups that already belonged to me. It's like somebody digging in the back of my brain and take something out the night before, come in and try to have a debate with me, and then there you go. That's my fucking information. The ancient wisdom that we just picked. Look, but it's not really ancient. Because somebody could be trying to school you on something, but there's something before that. Yeah, Unikite. Because if you're not in that rhetoric, you know how when 9/11 happened, everybody was talking about it and it was relevant information and da-da-da-da-da. So everybody, like, or in the indigenous community, when people like, no, because the Chickasaw, they was in this place and they was in that place and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? They never lived in the Southwest. But if you get out of that element 4 years ago or something like this, you're not really going to be privy on the information because you didn't already left out of that arena. You left your mark on that type of information and you're over here now. You see what I'm saying? So somebody could have took something from an Ace of Cups here and try to bring it, right? Try to bring you your information back as if, they were schooling you on something that you don't give a... that you may not care that much about because it's not the big... Can y'all stop that when I'm doing this video? Hold on.